That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat the speed up like a battle.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, back at with another episode today with KO Sports Talk. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about how the national media, yes, the national media are hating on the Chicago Bears. And we're also going to be talking about a particular person by the name of Colin Cowherd and how this guy contradicts himself almost every single damn time he talks about the Bears. So me and my co-host Charles, we're going to be debunking these whole narratives about the Chicago Bears, and we're going to base it off of facts and why we think the Chicago Bears are going to make the playoffs this upcoming season. Charles, if any of the people who don't know who you are, just introduce yourself to them.
I'm Chuck Miller, aka Full Damage One, the biggest Bears fan that you know. I am a die-hard Chicago Bears fan, and I believe in JF1. We're gonna be flying high this year.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna be flying high this year. But before we could do any of that, we're gonna be showing a couple videos, man, of this
Mr.
guy
Cowherd.
Yeah, Colin Cowherd, this idiot, man. On one hand, he's saying the Bears are going to be bad, and on another hand, he's saying the Bears are going to be playoff teams. But we're going to see one view of him comparing him to Mahomes. So let's look at this.
Be free and flexible.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to play this video real quick.
If their quarterback is the guy, they always blame people. It should be noted, Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, behind atrocious offensive lines, were great really quickly. And the Bears' O-line last year was middle of the pack. Sorry, it wasn't atrocious. So 2 years in with Justin Fields, he's completing 59% of his throws, almost as many picks as touchdowns, and a bad passer rating. He's a bad quarterback. He's also 1-8 in division. The O-line is not a disaster. They've hit on a couple of the young ones. The tight end group, wide receiver group now, 4 really good players. I won't count Chase Claypool. Mooney, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Robert Tonyan, very productive, good players. No more excuses. Backs are more than serviceable. But here's the tricky part. And I watched this with Cam Newton a little bit, is that Cam was a highlight guy and a YouTube guy, but struggled on basic stuff. And it's easy. The fans and the media fall for sensation. And what it becomes is like a bad action movie, 2 hours, 3 really good scenes surrounded by crap. Nothing against Cam. Cam could not complete enough passes. Never had back-to-back winning seasons. But people fell for the spectacular. And let me give you 3 quarterbacks who had a lot of spectacular and struggled completing passes and all turned the corner. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. They were highlight quarterbacks, YouTube guys. And then by year 2, year 3, they became accurate throwers of the football. Cam never did. Go look, 57, 58, 59. It matters. And by the way, Jalen Hurts does not sacrifice any of the spectacular. Either does Lamar, and either does consistent and possibly regressing Chase Claypool. Won't even count him, though I think he's a capable 3.
Okay, this is him. He's talking crap about the Bears. And on one hand, I'm trying to look for the video on where.
So what's his point? What's his overall point, Kobe? That's what I'm trying to get at. I want to get to here. Is he trying to say that Justin Fields has no excuse? Is this what he's alluding to? Is he comparing him to these other quarterbacks in their situations and trying to say that Justin Fields needs to play better? He is not as good. He's failing as a quarterback because Colin Cowherd is an idiot. That's the only way I can put it. I'm trying to think of some big words that'll clean this up. but I don't think it's really any words to clean it up for Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd is all over the map. He has nobody there in studio to buffer him, to bounce things off of, to help him, keep his story straight. So he flips. He's like he's blown. It depends on which direction the wind is blowing that day. One minute, Justin Fields is horrible. The next minute, he's okay, and the Bears could have a superstar in the making. I've heard this guy speak countless times, and he's always like that, bro. He's always all over the map when it comes to Justin Fields. The truth be told, what it boils down to is everybody wants everybody else to live up to the billing or the accomplishments that they see other teams do or other players do. Justin Fields is his own individual. He is not Cam Newton. He is not Patrick Mahomes. He is not Jalen Hurts. He's not these dudes.
He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Josh Allen. He's Justin Fields.
He's Justin Fields. You have to give this third-year player, because he's just going into his third year, you have to give him time for the maturation process. You can't expect everybody to jump in here and be a superstar overnight, especially when he comes into the situation that he came into. You want to talk about his passer rating being atrocious, him being 1-8 in the division, his percentage being low in terms of completions. Have y'all looked at his receiving core? Have y'all looked at what this man had to work with? Are you kidding me? These are utility players at best in the receiving.
Right. He had to work with Dante Pettis. He had to work with Nisimba Webster. I mean, going into that season,
you know what I mean?
Right. Equinemius St. Brown. Like some of his top receivers, Equinemius St. Brown and Dante Pettis were his top receivers for most of the season. He didn't have Darnell Mooney because Darnell Mooney was hurt. He didn't build that.
He had N'Keal Harry. You know what I mean?
He had N'Keal Harry. N'Keal Harry and Dante Pettis were pretty much Dante Pettis, N'Keal Harry, and Equinemius St. Brown were his top three receivers for most of the season. Darnell Mooney for the most part was hurt. Nisimba Webster, I mean, he came in and out of the lineup. And then you had this guy, Amir Smith-Marsmet. Remember that game where he caught the ball against the Minnesota Vikings? And then when he caught the ball, he ended up fumbling it. And then that pretty much cost us the game. I could go through so many games where, Justin Fields, he was doing whatever he can to keep this team afloat. If we didn't even have him, we'll pretty much would be like the 2008 Detroit Lions. We'll be 0-17.
And I heard him allude to the fact that our offensive line was middle of the pack. You know why the offensive line was middle of the pack? Because Justin Fields kept running out of there and avoiding sacks. That's why it was middle of the pack. But from the eye test, and you can talk to Green Bay Packers fans about this. You can talk to Detroit Lions fans about this. You can talk to Minnesota Vikings fans about this. From the eye test, this offensive line was horrendous last year. You know how many times Justin Fields got sacked last year? And it could have been a whole lot worse if he wasn't the runner that he is coming out of the pocket. So 40-something sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken? 55 sacks. You say how many?
He got sacked 55 times.
55 sacks in a 17-game season. That's crazy. Atrocious. And you're not going to tell me that this offensive line was good enough.
We haven't seen nothing like that since, 2011? And that was pretty bad since 2011.
So now you're trying to tell me that this offensive line was good enough for this man to stay running for his life and stay afloat long enough to where he should have been able to achieve some greatness, huh? I mean, it's just ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. But all of these Monday morning quarterbacks, because that's what I consider Colin Cowherd. He's a Monday morning quarterback. All these Monday morning quarterbacks think they got all the answers when it comes to these guys. Let's see what Justin Fields looks like with a whole complement of receivers around him. Do you know, in his receiving core, his number one receiver last year was Darnell Mooney. And Darnell Mooney didn't play to game 5 or 6 of the season because he was rehabbing from an injury. But his best receiver all year long was a tight end, Cole Kmet. That was the best receiver that he had, was his tight end. So if your tight end is your best receiver, I hate to break the news to you, Colin Cowherd, and any of you other pundits out here, you don't have a receiving core. When your tight end is your number one guy,
number one receiver, right?
You do not have a receiving core. He
Right.
led the Bears, I believe, with 7 touchdown catches. Cole Kmet led the Bears with 7 touchdown catches.
And I think he was like the only one with like over 500 receiving yards. The rest were like maybe 200. Between him and Darnell Mooney, like they had between Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet, they had at least over 400 receiving yards. The rest, were not even that close.
What I would like to know is why everybody's always judgmental towards Justin Fields' QB playing, quote unquote. They put that in quotations, QB. Why does nobody not see that this man was able to amass from like game 4 or 5 on? He was able to amass the Bears to a almost 25 point per game offense with this porous offensive line and this horrid receiving core. Why can't nobody see that? Why don't nobody talk about that? He still had this team almost averaging 25 points a game from that point on. We were in every freaking game,
every game,
the way to the end of these games, man. We had one blowout during that, maybe 1 or 2 blowouts. One was definitely against Dallas. We lost to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, Dallas.
And the other, I think, was we ailing down the stretch of the season, limping into the end of the year. I want to say it was Detroit. It was either Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, Detroit and Dallas were pretty much the only games we really got blown out. The rest of the games were pretty much just close. It was like maybe one or 2 scores. Yeah.
So instead of always being critical of Justin Fields and talking about what he didn't do well, let's point out what he did do well. Justin Fields led the league in terms of quarterbacks in rushing. This dude was lighting the lanes up with his runs and had quality passes for touchdowns in big moments. He took a team that should not have even had the chance to be in games. He took a team within winning 7 games by less than 7 points, by less than 7 point losses, by less than 7 points in each game. Come on, man. This is talking about Justin Fields like he's the worst quarterback that's in the league is ridiculous to me. Did you guys see Zach Wilson? I don't hear nobody talking about Zach Wilson.
And I want to show you this stat too. People who claim that Justin Fields is a running back
quarterback. Yeah.
Last year, he led the league in the most deep ball throws between 31 to 40 yards, and it's not even close. Look, the 2022-2023 deep ball project, all throws.
Can you enlarge that, bro?
Oh, let me see. Can you see?
Yeah, that's much better.
Of throws of 30 or more yards ranked by accuracy percentage. Justin Fields ranked number 1 in all of the NFL last year of over 30 yards. He completed 4 out of 8, which is 50% completion percentage. He was accurate from 6 to 8. Well, he completed 4, and on those throws, 6 of those throws were accurate, and those 2 throws, the receivers didn't make it. Like it came in the receiver's hands, they didn't make it. His accuracy was 75%,
but he can't throw. This is what they want.
He can't throw. You're saying he can't throw. Yeah. You're saying people are saying he can't throw.
Look at this list that you got here, bro. Look at who's all under him. Geno Smith, who had a great year last year. Andy Dalton, Tua
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. This
year.
dude had the most lethal speed core in the NFL. And Tua Tagovailoa ended up 4th on this list. Joe Burrow, who got weapons galore. Tyler Heineke, Kirk Cousins, who over there with Justin Jefferson, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. All these guys are under.
Trevor Lawrence is not even on the top 10.
all these guys are under Justin Fields. What is that telling you about Justin Fields' ability to throw the ball down the field? It's there. You just have to have the weaponry for him to reach them. Now you got DJ Moore. You got Chase Claypool for a full season.
For a full off season, yeah.
You got a healthy Darnell Mooney. Let's see now. You've added Taylor Scott to this mix. You've added Robert Tonyan to this mix. Let's see now. Let's see what the difference is going to be this year. Instead of everybody always trying to rip this kid a new hole every time they want to look at his numbers and find a flaw with him. Justin Fields, look at this. Justin Fields was the most accurate passer on throws of 31 to 40 yards, and it wasn't close. Put that in your soup the next time you're ready to cook Justin Fields. That's all I'm gonna tell you, people. Put that in your soup. Let me hear what the pundits have to say to this. T.O., where you at, bro? Put your mouth on this. You put your mouth on this.
They said this is awesome.
Small sample size is ridiculous. Fields one of the worst passes last year. Where's your numbers, T.O.? Come on in here and show us. Put the link in the description so he can come in. Put that in the description because you need to show me this, bro. You need to show me this. You need to show me these horrible numbers that you're talking about that makes him the worst passer in the league. Let me hear it. Let me hear
put the link on it. It's already there.
Look at the real numbers.
Link is right there. Link is right there.
Yeah. Matter of fact, T.O., send Kofi the link to the real numbers, quote unquote. Let's see these real numbers. Because they kill me with this. It's always about ripping him apart. It's never about what he did do.
I can show you so many national media, especially trashing Justin Fields.
Kofi, even if he was not a great passer, he still pulled the Lamar Jackson with nothing, bro. 25 points a game. Who else in this league is doing it? Let's see Jordan Love.
What's up, Michael?
Sup?
I'm still waiting on T.O. to come in. The Packers fan is nephew.
Yeah, no, he might see me right now and dip. He'd be like, nope.
Yeah. You gave him a great greeting the last time he was here.
I know, right?
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You just want to keep ripping him apart, and I love how everybody just pretends like the Bears didn't have this whole rebuilding thing going on last year. That they want to get rid of players. We sent Roquan Smith up out of here. We sent Robert Quinn up out of here. We're shipping people out of here left and right, man. Remaking this whole team in the middle of a season. Brian Poles was telling you that he came into the season
team in the middle of the season.
Brian Poles came into the season telling you he didn't care about this season. He wasn't thinking about this season.
The whole plan was to rebuild.
Come on, man. And Justin Fields, he managed, cooked up almost 25 points a game from like the 5th game of the season on. You got to tell me that this guy can't play quarterback in the NFL? You're crazy as hell.
He's a quarterback because he got drafted.
He's a quarterback because he's great at what he does, bro. That's what it really boils down to.
Bro, that's what he's coming out of college.
Bro, like y'all media clowns think that Justin Fields is like, they're acting like he's Mike Glennon type of bad.
We got a hater.
Just like they act like Justin Fields is Mike Glennon type of bad.
Yeah. I hear you, A.O. Mills, but hey, bro, look, man, it is always an eye test thing when it comes to football. And where people lose me, bro, is where they always want to just go to the numbers. This is the only thing we're going to look at. We're not going to look at all these games that they watch this man play. We're not going to look at all these spectacular highlights that's littered across the NFL with Justin Fields making outstanding plays. We're not going to look at none of that. We're not going to see what the eye test showed us when this kid was on the field. We're only going to go at the end numbers because numbers make you great, right? Wrong. Go ask Matthew Stafford how great that's worked out.
Colin Cowherd, he mentioned like he was talking about Cam Newton. I mean, going back, like prior to him getting hurt in that 2018 season, I mean, Cam Newton was literally carrying his team. Like
Cam Newton took his team to the Super Bowl.
With Ted Ginn and Greg Olsen as his best receiving option.
Yeah, exactly.
Greg Olsen was his best receiving option.
Exactly. But Cam Newton was a bum now. Why?
Right.
Because Colin Cowherd said so. When does he ever play football? What does he know about this?
Right.
Get the hell out of here, man. Always, this crap, man.
What up?
What's going on, Biggie?
Not much. Just another day, another dollar. What about y'all?
Oh, we good, man.
Justin Fields finished 34th rank and passing.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as like Justin Fields goes and like all the critics, I try not to pay too much attention like the opinions of the media. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they don't know nothing until
Like
Justin.
Packers fan right here.
Yeah, until the season starts, because this is Justin's chance to prove himself. You know what I mean? This is his third year, and if he proves himself, if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I'm pretty confident that he will. And we'll just have to see how the season, plays out. See if we got this team rolling.
I love how everybody.
All these geeks say that, you're coming off the worst season of all. Like, why should you expect any greatness? Like, bro, just because they finished with the worst record.
Yeah. I talked about this on my TikTok page. Like, bro, like that depends where you're at. Salary cap wise, what you're able to get with the salary cap, and do you have a franchise quarterback? That's what
it was a whole rebuilding season. How they not hearing that? How's everybody overlooking that, man? You can't overlook that. There was
exactly.
Here.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah, that's what Brian Poles is saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, just because you go off a rebuilding season doesn't mean you can't jump up. That really depends. What was that rebuild like coming off of? Like, what were you tanking for? Were you tanking for a quarterback, or were you tanking to get more draft capital?
If anything, Justin Fields showed you how outstanding of a quarterback that he could be in the most precarious of situations, the most menial situations. He had very little to work with, bro, and the man still had us in position to possibly end up with 10 wins last year. End up with 10 wins last year. We get one play or another going the other direction. We don't even see DJ Moore this year, bro. He's not coming to town because we're having 10 wins. We're talking about 7 games where we lost by 7 points or less. Come on, man. Don't no bad quarterback put you in that kind of position. Zach Wilson is not going to put you in that kind of position.
No,
is not going to put you in that kind of position. Tyler Henneke, in most cases, is not going to put you in that kind of position. You want to see bad quarterbacks? Go talk to them. This is not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I'm looking for.
This is who we're looking for.
Yeah, like
Tio, you got the floor. Let's hear what Tio has to say. Tio, you got the floor now, my brother.
Losing brain cells in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, Tio, you there?
Justin Fields almost leads you guys to 10 wins last year. Please explain that to me.
because that's not.
Let me get him. Because 7 of the 14 losses, you gonna listen or you gonna talk? Because 7 of the 14 losses that we had, he put us in position where we only lost them games by 7 points or less. We had one score to make the world of difference in those games. If we end up getting into the game scores, if we end up with extra points made or field goals kicked at the right times, we win those games. That's
exactly.
You can say that for every team in the NFL.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, you
can't. You cannot say that for every team in the NFL.
You can't even say that for the Vikings. The Vikings were god awful last year.
Wait, so you all glorify the Vikings for having one-score games, but you don't
Vikings.
Everyone calls them
Vikings is fried. We're not glorifying no Vikings. Vikings is fried. They don't get talked about on the show. Vikings is fried. Let's get back to Justin Fields with this small sample size. The guy, you put up a post where the guy 8 passes. What a small sample size. He has
receivers
the worst
don't get open.
Receivers don't get open. Football last year. Worst in the league. He was the worst passer in football last
year. Okay, is it lost on you the fact that Justin Fields did not have a plethora of quality receiving options?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, bro.
That means something. The reason that Kirk Cousins was able to win them 13 games last year and them 7-point scores or less was because he had a Justin Jefferson on his team.
Adam Thielen.
And a Dalvin Cook.
He had TJ Hawkinson, bro. He had
Dalvin Cook.
And when you have them type of weapons, they make all the difference in the world when a game is on.
And on top of that, a god awful line that can't block for 2 seconds. You know, like when I don't care how good of a quarterback you are, if your O-line's trash, if your O-line's trash and just can't block for 2 seconds, your quarterback's not going to have time to scan the field, and he's not going to be able to make plays. That's just the bottom line.
What happened with the Chiefs when that left tackle went down during the 2020 season? Eric Christian went down. Mahomes looked terrible. They lost. They got blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because you know why? Mm-hmm. Because one of their best left tackles went down. Look at what happened this past season. You know, with the Chiefs again. You know, when they were able to build that offensive line for the Chiefs, they were able to win. They were able to lock down that Philadelphia Eagles.
We seen Patrick Mahomes play great with a bad offensive line. We seen Joe Burrow play great with a bad offensive line.
Okay, and they
had Justin Fields play great with a bad offensive line.
They had wide receivers.
He didn't play great with our great offensive line.
Joe Burrow had stud. Joe Burrow had stud receiver. Listen to me real quick.
So you guys not gonna let me talk. Everybody gonna talk when I talk.
Joe Burrow had studs.
That make the point. Then you good, T.O. Go ahead, Mike.
Joe Burrow had studs, so did Patrick Mahomes. So what's your point? Joe Burrow had studs. You know what the difference between those guys is?
Those guys got the ball out. Justin Fields' problem since he's been in college is that he don't get the ball out fast enough. A lot of those sacks is on Justin Fields. He holds the ball too much, and a lot of those sacks is on him. Let's stop making all these excuses for this guy. This is a must. This is a break year. Must win a break year for this guy, man.
No,
he got to come out and show something. He got DJ Moore. He got Claypool. He got
not
Moore.
A break year.
This is the year. If not, he will not be the best quarterback next year if he go out here and has the worst quarterback passing rating in the league.
You willing to put money on that?
You better hope that he does.
You willing to put money on that?
He sounds like a father.
Exactly.
Chuck sounds like a father.
Exactly, because that is ridiculous. A third-year quarterback, this is a make-or-break year for him.
And I can't wait for the first game of the season when we play the Packers, too.
Let me ask you something.
Y'all been talking so much game. Y'all Packers fans been talking so much game.
Let me ask you something before you go at it with Kofi. You probably said the same thing about Josh Allen his second year. You said the same thing about Jalen Hurts his second year. And you probably said, well, I don't know any quarterback that. Oh, yeah, Tua. You probably said the same thing about.
No, Chuck will tell you. I didn't say that about none of those guys because we've seen the game.
In those guys. They don't wear the Bears.
He wasn't paying attention to those guys.
No, they don't wear the Bears uniform. That's all.
We've seen the game start to slow down for Jalen Hurts last year. We've seen in Josh Allen at the end of that second year, the game started to slow down. The game have not slowed down for Justin Fields yet. It just
how do you figure that? Where are you getting that from?
What do you mean? I test. This guy was terrible last year, and you keep saying you bringing up these
25 points a game from game 5 on. What do you mean? Terrible.
No, without him.
Terrible last year, man. I'm telling you what I know, man. You talking about fantasy points?
Dude, without him,
I'm talking about real game points. I'm talking about points on the scoreboard for the Chicago
points that matter.
Without him, if we didn't have him, though, those games we would have got crushed by 40 every game.
We wouldn't even been close in these games.
Let me read you another stat. I want to read you guys another stat. Teal to God, I want to read you another stat. According to Next Gen Stats, Justin Fields. Oh, hold on. But I read another stat that Justin Fields was well, his touchdown and error ratio was 11-1 against playoff teams, against these playoff teams from this past season. I'm gonna bring that up.
Yeah, he played good against playoff teams, but at the end of the day, he lost all them games and he threw interceptions at the end of all those games.
T.O., does it mean anything to you that he didn't have a full receiving corps? Does that mean anything to you?
Am I lying? Where's the lie at?
Does that mean anything to you?
He played good against the Bills. He played good against the Packers. And he threw interceptions at the end of all them games.
We weren't aiming for the victory in those games. We were not aiming for the victory.
I got the stat right here.
That's terrible. We wasn't aiming for the victory. Are you serious? You guys
things like that, man. We were aiming for the first round pick. That's what we were aiming for. Not the win.
Find you a new team, Big E. Find you a new team, bro. Find you a new team. If that's what, find you a new team, man. I'm telling you now. Find a new team.
Hey, T.O., you might as well find a new team this year because we all know that the Packers are going to suck.
Yeah.
Here's what kills me with you, T.O.
I see you game one.
Here's what kills me with you, T.O.
Yeah.
You do all this big talking. About Justin Fields and his horrendous. And you about to go into this season with an unproven piece of trash that you're calling a quarterback in Jordan Love. You don't know what you're going to get. But you want to keep ripping at a quarterback who just showed you 25 points a game. You got nerve, bro.
You need to stop it, man. That guy was terrible.
Oh, you need to stop it. Because you want to preach this
it,
Jordan Love stuff and how much love he gonna bring to the Packers and how good he's gonna play. And you want to talk about his OTAs and talk about his 7-on-7 drills and all of this here. But you're gonna sit here. You're talking about a guy who you seen has the ability to put his team in place to win. Justin Fields
I'm talking about a guy that
was the most explosive player in the NFL.
And we had one of the worst defenses in the past decade.
Yeah, the 29 ranked defense. We had a 29 ranked defense.
Hey,
we had one of the worst defenses in the past. Well, the past
not going to do
15 years.
I hate to break the news to you. He's not going to do anything.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna catch you again. Listen, I gotta get out of here. When Jordan Love beat Justin Fields, he had more wins than Justin Fields in the division.
Yeah,
we're gonna have game one.
Justin Fields down. Game one. He'll have probably amount of wins, but we know that's not going to happen.
Go, Pack, go, Pack, go.
Nice.
All right, let's see. Man, I'm so ready for week one, man. What about y'all?
Man, talking shit, man. Seriously.
Man, we
that you were trying to show, bro. Put them numbers back up, bro.
Let me put that number back. This guy
oh my god, bro.
Because it's insulting. It's insulting. You want me to believe in Jordan Love? Only eye test you got in this dude is preseason crap in a 1-quarter game against the Philadelphia Eagles last year that he didn't win. But you want to sit here, you want to rip Justin Fields a new hole. You want to go in on him. What is it? So what are we looking at, Cole? Break it down, bro.
All right, so right now we're looking at the passing touchdown to interception ratio led by all quarterbacks. Justin Fields ranked number 1, ahead of Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, but because he doesn't win, we're gonna slander him because he doesn't win those games.
Yeah, because he doesn't win on a rebuild team. Because
he acts like a defense doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, there's a 29 ring defense. Bears had a 29 ring defense.
The last time we were on here, Mike, T.O. was raving about how Roquan Smith is better than Tremaine Edmonds. He was raving about that. But we trade him away. That doesn't matter now. You know what I mean?
You say this is why I don't pay attention to many like opinions of like the media and critics because they just want to keep hating. Like they don't want to understand like what's going on in the rebuild and what we got going on. They just want to keep hating. So
I'm just curious to know, T.O. and AO and all you naysayers when it comes to these Bears. What are you guys gonna say when Justin Fields, if Justin Fields leads this team to the playoffs? Is that gonna be a fluke?
Oh, they had an easy schedule. They had an
right.
Easy
Yeah,
which we don't. We don't.
We're in a division with the Lions, with the division-winning Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers, who always give us a hell of a fight. What you gonna say if we come out here and win this division and make the playoffs? Are you gonna say Justin Fields got lucky? Is that what we're gonna say? Or maybe, just maybe, Justin Fields can play this game. Maybe he can do this. You know what I mean? Maybe he's better than what you want him to be. And maybe y'all just hate. Like I listened to LaShawn McCoy. Shady McCoy used to have all my respect as a running back. He can shut up as an analyst. I just really don't want to hear nothing this dude got to say when it comes to Justin Fields because he ain't nothing but an idiot, bro. He has nothing good to say about this guy. How can you see this man putting up all these numbers and accomplishing what he's accomplishing on a makeshift team and then rip this guy new holes left and right?
A team going through a transition.
A total transition, a total rebuild from the ground.
All right, it's Justin Fields is dope. It's the Bears I don't have faith in. Okay, why not?
Io Mills, why are you being such a fair weather, man?
They said the same thing about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a good athlete, but is a good player, but it's the Bengals.
Yeah.
heard the same thing, bro.
Look at the Bengals; they're a perennial playoff team right now. Like, come on.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence had a good second half of the year, and he getting all the praise in the world.
Right.
But until the second half of last season, Trevor Lawrence was mediocre at best, bro. But nobody's saying this stuff about Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? Nobody has anything to say about him. They don't even talk about Zach Wilson, bro. They don't even talk about him. What about Trey Lance? What about Trey Lance?
Where's Trey Lance? Right.
Yeah. What about these guys?
He about to be in the CFL. I'll tell you that much.
It's just, I mean, at this point, let's just call it what it is. It's personal hatred towards the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields.
That's all it can be, bro. It can't be anything else. Look at Danny Dimes now. T.O. wants to get on here and he wants to say,
Daniel Jones.
Right. He wants to say that Justin Fields is in a make or break year. How can he be in a make or break year when you just saw Danny Dimes,
had 4 years
following in mediocrity? He's been following in mediocrity for what, 4 years now?
4 years.
And he finally had a decent season. It wasn't great. It was a decent season. They made the playoffs. Now, he solidified and he's getting his payday. But Justin Fields got to hurry up and be great.
Great point right there. That's a great point.
This very well, because his organization every year fails to pull off the moves it should to support him. What have they
dude, like, what have they failed at? Like, bro, they just beefed up his offensive line. That they got him a generational talent at right tackle. They got him a guard. They got him a number one. Like, how are they failing him?
An elite number one at best.
The crazy thing with all this, fellas, is that nobody's seen this team with these new pieces on the field yet, but everybody has a criticism about it. That's what's crazy to me. You haven't even seen what this team is capable of yet, and you're criticizing them. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Look at that situation over there. It took him a split second. Okay, whatever, T.O.
T.O. I want to present a stat. Drew Brees was 10-17 his first 3 seasons. Joe Montana was 2-6 his first 2 seasons.
Wasn't Peyton Manning like 2-14 his first season or something?
Yeah, Peyton Manning had the worst record. Eli also had a 1-6 record his rookie season. So are we gonna? I bet you said that they were horrible quarterbacks, bro.
He probably didn't because they're not wearing Bears uniforms.
Because they're not wearing Bears uniforms. We're gonna give them all the praise in the books.
But that's okay. Make sure, Cope, that you keep this on.
I'm keeping all the receipts. All the receipts on your mouth.
We are going to play this back. We are going to revisit these in the season.
Also, my streams. I don't know if you've been checking out my streams, KL, but they saying that the Lions are going to win the division. The Bears are going to win 7-6, 8 games.
We're doing more than that.
Let him keep talking. Let him keep talking crap about the Bears. We're keeping all the receipts on these mofos.
Yeah, that's like I've said before. Do I expect us to ball out?
We're going to eat our words.
I said we're winning. I said we're winning 10 games, bro.
Like I said, I don't expect us to just ball out, win like 12 to 13 games, but we can win more than 6 or 7 games. I mean, like, come on, just.
Wait. Did I say that George? Wait.
I can see us having what the Jaguars had.
When did I say that Justin Fields is Joe Montana? I just presented you a stat that Joe Montana first 2 seasons had a 2-6 record. That's a fact. Look it up.
All right, and most great quarterbacks don't come in a rookie year and have a Ben Roethlisberger type of season. Ben Roethlisberger was what, 14-1, 15-2.
That team was already established before he came.
He came in, and all he had to do was manage the game, and he got them to the playoffs.
No, exactly. So we're not comparing anybody. We're just saying that great players don't always ball out early. Like some players, take time.
It takes time.
They ball out early, but they don't win games.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow looked horrible his first year in the NFL. You don't hear anybody talking about his first year in the NFL anymore, do you?
Yeah, they said he was great, but he said that he's a great generational talent. They just said the Bengals were a horrible team and they were going to ruin him. He said the same thing with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And the Bengals up until before he got drafted was pretty much,
dumpster
mediocre
fire franchise.
They're a mediocre franchise.
Here, the Bears have a generational talent, a lethal weapon that's on the field every time he touches the ball. These defenses are terrified because they don't know what he's gonna do. They don't know if he's gonna beat him.
Yeah, the Dolphins head coach literally told him to stop running.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got a player like Justin Fields on this field, and you want us to believe that this guy is just going to be an abject failure. Why? Because you got an ego and you hate the Bears. Please,
don't rookie. This is year 3. And
like I said, at this point, it's just personal.
And
that's what it is. Most quarterbacks break out in year 3. Josh Allen did it. Tua did it. Hurts did it. I could go the list of quarterbacks that were generational talents. They broke out in year 3.
Well, T.O. can do all the talking that he wants to. He got his own problems to worry about. He's got his fourth-year rookie. He got his fourth-year rookie to worry about, bro. Yeah. So he better hope that this guy can throw the D ball and find Christian Watson. Yeah, he can throw a pass across the middle. Whoop-de-doo. What quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, we can't even bring up Steve Young. Steve Young was not all the greatest first couple years. Yeah. Even with the 49ers.
Yeah, Brett Favre was an interception machine his first couple of years.
Yo, we all know what he gone do. You mean gonna do? You mean gonna do?
Gonna do. Oh, guess who we have here? Oh, well, Don Burr.
Reaching topics when y'all win 5 games.
All I gotta say is y'all are 0-16. We never had a losing season. Y'all had a losing season, a complete losing season.
Throw an interception, bro. There's a clip on Twitter. I don't know if I could still find it, but there were most of these interceptions that weren't even on Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but you know what, Mike? Here's the thing, man. They just want to glamorize and glorify every shortcoming or mistake that Justin Fields had in his passing game. Everybody's quarterback throws interceptions. That's football, bro.
Tom Brady.
That's gonna happen. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, who was that? Aaron Rodgers. Y'all can go down the list, bro. Joe Burrow. All these guys throw interceptions. You're not saying anything when you're saying he'll throw an interception. He sure will. He also had 25 total touchdowns last year, to only 11 interceptions. But you don't want to talk about
what about your quarterback, Jordan Love?
Act like he don't throw century.
Every quarterback throws picks. They all do.
Right.
Every quarterback does. It's an inevitability. Like you're gonna throw picks. As a quarterback, that's pretty much
when it comes to live game. They run fast. It's gonna happen.
I think where people need to learn to when it comes to Justin Fields' his last 2 years here, what they need to learn to evaluate is the efficiency with which Justin Fields threw it. You don't have the time when you don't have an offensive line that's going to hold up to throw the ball 30 and 40 times a game. And when you don't have the receiving core that's getting open down the field, you don't have the luxury of just coughing the ball up and hoping somebody comes down and makes a spectacular play. So him only throwing 11 interceptions this last season and the season before is an accomplishment, bro. It's an accomplishment.
And people forget about our run game, how much we've improved on our run game, how the run game is definitely going to help out in the passing game.
I can recall a year, and let me share this, fellas, true story. I can recall a year where I and T.O., we were debating and arguing over Jameis Winston and his quality of play, because Jameis Winston threw 35 touchdown passes that year. What T.O. kept overlooking, because he thought Jameis Winston was supposed to get this big payday, he kept overlooking the fact that Jameis Winston also threw 30 interceptions that year. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? In 2 years combined, Justin Fields has a grand total of 22 interceptions. In one season, Jameis Winston had 30 of them, and you thought he should get a big payday, T.O. Come on, bro. Come on, man. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, he's the current backup.
It's inherent hatred, but that's okay. Haters are gonna hate. This is what
Yo,
y'all
Tio, if you still here, I actually posted this on my community tab. If you so confident in Jordan Love, why is there rumors about you eyeing the 49ers quarterback situation so you can potentially trade for Sam Darnold?
Because you're not sure in what you got. That's what that tells me, Mike. I'll answer that for him. That's exactly what that tells me, man. And don't be surprised, Mike Big E, if Zach Wilson ends up on their radar too at some point.
I love Sam Darnold on the Packers.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. Come on, Sam. Sam, I am. But yeah, but that's a great point that you point out, Mike. That's a great point that you point out. So we're going to have a problem with everything that Justin Fields does. We're going to critique him. We're going to criticize him. But at the same time, we're over here and we're lapping in infamy in Green Bay, trying to figure out whether or not we even have a quarterback. You worry about the wrong QB, T.O. I think you need to be worried about what you got over there, bro. And I don't care that Jair Alexander and all these people is talking about what they see in Jordan Love and how they like him. And he gonna be this great quarterback. They can say what the hell they want to say. It's just all talk, bro.
That's why I decided at this point. Who cares? Why should we care what they have to say? None of their opinions are valid. It all just leads to it all translates to just personal hatred because none of it's valid. None of it is.
Exactly. So yeah, but back on subject here, Mr. Colin Cowherd, you suck. That's all I can say about that guy at this point.
I'm already done addressing that clown.
Yeah. He's. I honestly think, Cove, that Colin Cowherd, he does a lot of things just for ratings, but I think he goes to shop.
That's what a lot of these national pundits do. They just do it for ratings. They try to get a rise out of it.
But that's okay. Justin Fields, he's going to show them better than he can tell them. And when he starts winning games because of what he does, then he's going to shut the pundits up. He's going to shut all this up, bro. All I know is if you can give me 25 points a game, if you can give me 25 points a game on a team that's makeshift, that doesn't have all the pieces that it needs, if you can still give me 25 points a game, we can do some things. We can
win some games.
I would love to have a quarterback. Already got one. That's right.
I feel like that doesn't matter though. He could crush every team by 40, and they'd still be like, "Oh, well, that was a fluke. He was carried by his receivers. All that nonsense." I'd still be saying that.
Or my favorite one, Big E. Oh, that was just one game. Yeah, that's another one that I love.
Wait, Tio has a response to that rumor that I just brought up.
Fake rumors. We only have 2 QBs on the roster. We have to bring in a veteran before the year starts, and it won't be Darnold Duck. You're smart not to bring him in, bro.
I won't be surprised.
You won't be saying that when you get him.
Yeah, and then when you guys get him, I guarantee you, Tio will come on here and be like, "Oh, we might have something with Sam Darnold."
Yeah, it's the Packers system.
2 great quarterbacks, Jordan Love and Sam Darnold.
It's the Packers system. The Packers have a great system. That's what he believes. He believes that the Packers have this great.
I believe
Tio second coming to Brett Favre.
It's I believe Tio said the same thing about Josh Allen his second year. I believe he said the same thing about Tua. I believe he said the same thing about Jalen Hurts.
No, he didn't. He didn't say those things. That's my nephew, Mike. Trust me, he didn't say those things. His line for them was give the kid a chance. That's what he says for them. Justin Fields, he's not awarded a chance.
Yeah, because he wears a Bears uniform.
Right. In a Bears uniform, you don't get these opportunities.
Okay, the Packer system. So you're telling me that the Packer system produces talent? You can't produce. You can't produce talent. Talent depends on the player's natural abilities and what he's able to do, what he's gifted with.
The only thing that he's alluding to, Big E, is the fact that the Packers have had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. in their backfield for the last 30 years.
30 years.
And those two guys can make the players around them better. So I'll give him Brett Favre. I'll give him Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what this great system is that he thinks that they have, because that system has produced one Super Bowl victory.
That's the read. This is what Chris Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Justin Jones said. Packers fans are retarded. Justin Jones is right. These Packers.
That's really just a matter of luck. Okay, I mean they had Brett Favre. All those years they won a Super Bowl with him. And then, they managed to luck out with Aaron Rodgers. All these teams, pass up on him, and they decide to take a chance on him, and there they went. That they took a chance on him, and they lucked out with another franchise quarterback. That's not producing Hall of Fame quarterbacks. That's just
what Packers fans tend to forget, Big E. They tend to forget a blown lead with 5 minutes to go in the NFC Championship game up in Seattle. They forget the San Francisco 49ers, Raheem Mostert running buck wild on them, and they couldn't stop this guy.
And then when we remind them about that, we're like, imagine needing a team to beat us. Imagine needing a team to beat us.
Yeah, they do not recall Tom Brady's ancient self bringing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers up into Lambeau Field and winning the NFC Championship game. They don't recall Michael Vick destroying them on their own field in a wild card game. They don't recall Matty Ice, Matt Ryan lighting them up in the divisional round of the playoffs. How do you forget all of this stuff? How do you forget all of this happening?
Yeah, that's pretty much all that goes on in Green Bay. So how do you forget that?
Exactly. They don't forget. They don't remember Larry Fitzgerald and Carson Palmer lighting him up and beating him in an overtime game, and a thriller of an overtime game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But the Bears, we're horrible.
The Giants whooping their ass when they had the number one
quarterback in recorded history. He's the worst quarterback in recorded history.
And 2011.
There's just no hope for us. We're just dead in the water.
Remember in 2011,
I'll bet you money right now. I'll bet you money right now, and this is my first I think of the year, that the Bears will have a better record than the Green Bay Packers. How about that?
That's
I mean, we're just, on paper, we're just the superior.
Me, bro.
That's not even a hot take. Well, technically, Kofi, it is. You know why? It's a hot take, bro, because the Green Bay Packers, they're bringing all of these veterans back. They're bringing all this experience back. They got this whole outstanding secondary on defense that they're bringing back. They got Jones. They got Christian Watson. They got Romeo Dobbs. They got all these rookies with the tight ends, and they're supposed to be better, and all they need Jordan Love to do is throw the ball up in there and manage the game in the Packers standard system. And that's supposed to be better. I bet you the Bears have a better record than them.
Yep. Because, they're just the inferior team than us. I mean, the only thing I'd say that they really have over us is the defense. But that's pretty much it. Our defense, isn't awful either. We still got some solid pieces, that can, really, get some stops that we need. Are we complete on defense? No. We still
work in progress. Yeah. We still work in progress. But we shored up some holes in there, man. We had Jalen Johnson back in the fold to go along with what we've added at the linebacker core. I love that Sanborn is able to move over so that our linebacker core is complete. And we just missing an edge rusher right now, and we might have a sneaky one in the making in Terrell Lewis, bro. Everybody's overlooking that. They're overlooking that. What do you think?
So I didn't even
talk about y'all owners. The show is comedy.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about the Terrell?
Comedy.
Well, what's kind of funny about the Terrell Lewis, pickup is that I didn't know about that until months later. I didn't find out about that until months later. And I've seen this guy in college, a beast in college. Then I've seen some of his plays in the NFL. Wow.
Yeah, he's a bona fide edge rusher. Just like this guy that went second in the draft from Alabama.
I believe he played in Alabama, right? He played
in Alabama. Yeah, and he was with the he was buried in infamy over there with the Rams. The Rams are trying to use him in coverage. They were taking him out of position.
He's just
he's not a coverage guy, right? He's a pure pass rusher, bro. This is what this guy is. And if this guy comes in and can come off that edge and be impactful, He even got to be dominant per se. Just be impactful.
Be average. You're right.
It's going to be some problems. There's going to be some problems with Travis Gibson coming off of one end and this guy coming off the other end, or DeMarcus Walker coming off one end.
Or let's not even talk about Javon Dexter and Zach Pickens. People are talking about raving about how Javon Dexter.
Oh yeah,
he's going to be a menace.
Dexter's the real deal. He's going to possibly be a day one starter, possibly. Mm-hmm. You know, this guy has talent, man. And you know, Big Billingsley, nobody's talking about him. This guy's a run stuffer.
Andrew Billings, right? He's a great run stuffer. So
tell me what you're gonna do. You're gonna beat the Bears in the passing game? Good luck throwing against.
Because last year, even last year, like with our run stopping, we couldn't stop the run because we didn't have nobody in the middle that could stop the run.
Even with Roquan Smith here, Mr. Tackle Machine.
Nope.
I mean, I just needed T.O. to hear that. Everybody.
I mean, like Roquan, he obviously just didn't fit in the scheme. You know, like he just wasn't producing well at all in this like new 4-3 scheme we got. You know, when he leaves and goes to a scheme that he fits in, he balls out.
Exactly. You know, and I'm not going to take anything from Roquan, but Roquan was a one-dimensional player for us. He's very much one-dimensional. Roquan Smith did not play the passing lanes well. It's not play. Now I know he had an
not great coverage. He could tackle, but not great in coverage.
Right, he's not great in coverage. Excellent tackler, but definitely not great in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
and I wanted to probably talk about one topic about why I think the Bears should make the playoffs. And I don't know if you wanted to go first. I was either gonna go first and talk about why I think the Bears are going to make the playoffs, or I don't know if you wanted to start, Chuck or Big E or whatever, but I got 3 reasons why I think the Bears are going to make the playoffs. So if one you
want to go start in, bro, you good?
Okay. Well, my 3rd reason, of course, why I think the Chicago Bears are going to make the playoffs is because the NFC North is wide open. Like for the first time in over 30 years, right? We don't have Aaron Rodgers. We don't have a Brett Favre. We don't have a surefire quarterback that's head and shoulders above the rest. That's better than the rest of the team within the NFC North. We got a promising quarterback in Justin Fields. Kirk Cousins, he's a good quarterback, solid quarterback, but when it comes to like big games, when it comes to Monday Night Football, when it comes to playoff games, he just falters.
Exactly.
What's his name? Jared Goff. Jared Goff, very good quarterback. You know, last season had one of the best. Had one of the best in terms of yardage, one of the best seasons out of all the quarterbacks. You know, in the NFL, he was one of the top 10 quarterbacks in terms of passing yardage. Very good. But we already know what Jared Goff is. Like, he's a product of he's a system quarterback.
Right.
He plays only one-dimensional. You have to have certain players around him. Like, he's only good operating out of like a good running game. Like, if he has a really great running game, he can thrive. And that's one of the reasons why what's his name got rid of him. The head coach out of the Los Angeles Rams got rid of him. Like, we already know the type of player that he is. And number 2, the reason why I think the Chicago Bears are going to make the playoffs, of course, you alluded to this earlier. The Bears played a lot of these teams close. And one of the reasons why we played these teams close was because of Justin Fields. We had 7 or 8 games where we had 1-score games. That could have been a coin flip. If it was a coin flip, we probably could have been 10-7, 11-6 going into the playoffs. You know, and not only that, like I said, like I alluded to, Justin Fields was one of the big reasons why we played these games close. From Game 5, after the game against the Washington Commanders, Luke Getty, he changed up his whole game plan to scheme a fit Justin Fields' skill sets. You know, playing more of like a quarterback draw, getting outside the pocket, playing more of a bootleg, throwing the ball outside the pocket, running, doing all types of quarterback skill sets to fit Justin Fields' needs.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw that against the Dolphins. You saw that against the Detroit Lions. You saw that against the Minnesota Vikings. When we were down early, we were down like maybe 21-7.
Yeah.
And we were at one point leading 22-21. If it wasn't for Amir Smith-Marset, you saw that at one point against the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, not the Mavericks, the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
The Dallas Cowboys. When we were up on that, when we were playing them close, 28-23 at one point. You saw that against the Buffalo Bills when we were up 13-6 going into halftime. With little
Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, you can go down the line, bro.
You could go down the line throughout the game, but nobody's going to look at that because guess what? Oh, he's 6-21 based on the quarterback record, which doesn't mean a damn thing.
Nope.
People forget that his defense was gutted. Like Ryan Poles was gutting the defense, was gutting this team throughout the season. Nobody alluded to that. Nobody alluded to the fact that he didn't even care about this season. Nobody alluded to the fact that Ryan Pace put this team in cap salary hell. Nobody talks about this. That we were put in cap salary hell. That Ryan Post had to clean up Ryan Pace's mess from the previous.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. And that, and then I have one more reason why I think the Chicago Bears are going to make the playoffs. Number one is going to have a breakout season. Number one is going to have a breakout season. I'm going to give you a list of reasons. We traded the number one pick to get him, DJ Moore. We signed Nate Davis. We signed Nate Davis in free agency.
Big pickup.
We drafted Darnell Wright from Tennessee. Number 4, we got Robert Tonyan. People don't allude to the fact that Robert Tonyan was a big signing for the team because you know what? When we were in the red zone, we were 50% in red zone efficiency, which was not good, which was low in the NFL. People don't allude to that because our tight ends was not getting most of our players, especially some of our tight ends besides Cole Kmet, was not doing enough to help Justin Fields complete those drives. I mean, you can even go back to the Commanders game when one of the tight ends, when he threw that ball up in the breadbasket of that tight end, he stopped himself and he didn't get the ball. He stopped his momentum from getting the ball, even though people are saying, "Oh, Justin Fields threw that bad pass." It was a good pass. It's just the tight end. He didn't have enough motion. He didn't anticipate the throw. He didn't have enough motion to go and get the ball. Now you got Robert Tonyan, who's going to help Cole Kmet be a better tight end, who's going to help out in the red zone. Now you got DJ Moore. Now you got a rejuvenated Darnell Mooney. Now you got Chase Claypool, who's going to go through a whole entire offseason and learning the entire playbook, this entire system, this wide zone system. And now you got Justin Fields, number 1. You got him in year two, learning this system in year 2. Just imagine what he's going to do this upcoming season. Just imagine what he did last season. Last season, like you said, he was averaging 25 points per game with all these low to mediocre wide receiver cores. Now, guess what he's going to do this upcoming season? We're going to see him break out. And those are my top 3 reasons why the Bears are going to make the playoffs.
I don't know that I have a top 3 per se, but I definitely see things that are falling in place. And here's one thing that nobody's talking about right now. All season, the workouts for Justin Fields, they have been talking about him getting his mechanics tighter, him getting rid of the ball quicker, him making smarter, quicker reads, and getting the ball out of his hands. If there was one area that he was lacking in last year, it was there. And that was more so because he didn't know if he could trust his receiving core. When you learn to trust your receiving core, when you learn to release that ball and trust that your receivers are going to be in places, those make for more explosive plays, and they open up your offense. They make your offense become a well-oiled machine.
Let me say something. I.O. Mills, bro, if you don't like the Bears, then just get off my channel, bro, because we don't like your negativity, bro. You're just giving all these negativity. Oh, when are the Bears going to lose? Oh, the Bears aren't winning anything. Then why are you a Bears fan, bro?
Well, he's not a Bears fan, but in fairness, let me just say, bro, everybody's entitled to their criticism. A.O. Mills, T.O. the God, whomever, y'all want to say something negative, that's fine. Speak your mind. You just know, we're keeping receipts. That's all I'm saying. Just like I got some receipts for LaShawn McCoy. I got some receipts for Colin Cowherd. I got some receipts for Nick Wright and anybody else who wants in on this. It's going to be a lot of fun because when the tables turn, everybody got to eat crow, and I'm going to be serving up a big helping. Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to A.O. No, but he's entitled, bro. The man.
All right, let him keep talking crap.
Want to say, yeah, go on and speak your piece, A.O.
All right.
But when this man shines, I don't want nobody hollering about this was fluky. I don't want nobody hollering about this was luck. I don't want nobody talking about if he gets the Bears to the NFC Championship game that, this didn't have nothing to do with Justin Fields. It was all the genius of Ryan Poles. Because, they're going to take credit away some kind of way, Cole. They're going to find a way to take credit away, Just like, the whole LeBron James pundits, they want to always find a reason to take credit for Michael Jordan as being the greatest player of all time. That's cute. You can try what you want to try, but guess what? It doesn't change the greatness of MJ. Nothing that they say is going to change the greatness of Justin Fields. In 2 seasons, Justin Fields has a grand total of 22 turnovers, 22 interceptions, 22. In 1 season, Jameis Winston amassed 30 interceptions. Just keep that in mind.
In 1 season.
So what I'm seeing, what it's pointing out to me is even in the passing game, Justin Fields has a level of consistency that we can build from. All he needs is the weaponry around him. Now, T.O., this is for you, bro. Don't be surprised if Justin Fields comes out here and has a Aaron Rodgers type season passing touchdowns and with a low number of interceptions. Don't be surprised, bro. Don't be surprised because it's very plausible. It's very possible. And you got guys like Tyler Scott on this team that nobody's talking about. Speed burner going down the field. You got Velus Jones on the other side. Speed burner going down the field. Look out for how wide open this offense can become with these guys. Khalil
Chase Claypool, he's 6'5", that ran a 4.42.
Right.
And he weighs 240 pounds. Built like Megatron.
Mm-hmm. Who you say that was again?
Chase Claypool.
Oh, Chase. Yes. Chase,
6'4",
Chase going to have a
240
breakout
pounds,
season,
runs a 4.42.
Chase is going to have a breakout season. Not only that, bro. Not only that, who is that? Khalil Herbert is going to be dynamite in space once they get this guy the ball. So look for a lot of screen passes to him. Look for a lot of edge rushing with him. And let's not forget Dante Foreman coming up the middle. That's a bruising back. Show me, T.O. and the rest of the league, how you're going to stop this offense. I want to see it. If Justin Fields averaged 25 points a game without all of these weapons, only the sky's the limit to what he can average with these weapons. We could possibly be averaging 30 to 35 points a game with this offense.
Easily.
You heard it here first.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take right there. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, we got T.O. the guy coming back.
Yes, T.O. What can we do for this?
Hey, real quick, fellas. And I'm being on some real stuff because, I always tell y'all this is one of my favorite shows to watch. I love this show. I love how you guys do it, man. But honestly, man, I got to say this. Will you guys ever think about doing a show where we break down what Fields could do to become better or how can he take it to the next level, et cetera, et cetera? Because to be honest, man, you guys treat this guy like he's just the one child. He can never do wrong. He the greatest to come. He the greatest of all time.
He's the chosen.
But what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that instead of, because you guys defend the hell out of him, man. And you guys are diehard Bears fans. Y'all supposed to.
I've criticized Justin Fields before. I've criticized
plenty of times on this show. Yeah, plenty.
I've criticized him plenty of times. I've criticized how he's held the ball multiple times. I've criticized how he needs to.
So you did you did a show. You did a show explaining how he could get better and what he needs to do to get.
Theo, you watched
last year
shorts where Kofi's done that and lost his mind going off. About Justin Fields.
You haven't seen my shorts, bro.
Okay, you know what?
He's seen them all, bro. He's seen his popcorn. He enjoyed those.
Now, I want to get to this hot take. So, hot take is that Justin Fields come out here and have an Aaron Rodgers season. So that means that
I don't know if you'll have an Aaron Rodgers season, but I'm not saying that.
Theo, your phone's breaking up, bro. What were you saying, man?
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Can you guys hear me?
Hear you now. Go ahead, man.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Last year he was 34th in the league in quarterback passing rating. So you think he can go from 34th to 1st?
I don't know what it because
where'd you get that stat from?
A lot of that has to do with what the other quarterbacks are doing too. So
look up QB passing rating, Kofi. You can pull it up. QB passing rating in 2022, the best passes in the league. You'll see it.
No, don't do that, Go. We don't need to do that. We're not going to keep feeding your salaciousness and your ridiculousness talking about what Justin Fields didn't do great last year. What I'm telling you is Justin Fields, with the plethora of offensive weapons around him, has the ability now to turn this all the way up. If he got 25 touchdowns a game, 25 touchdowns last season with only 11 interceptions, without all of these weapons, and now this plethora of options is available to him, I'm telling you, he could easily eclipse 30 touchdown passes this year, and his interceptions will go down.
Okay, I have heard you rip Justin Fields, Kofi, when he do bad and they all lose games. You know what? I take that back. I have heard you do that on your post-game shows, man. You did rip him. But this guy, Chuck, man, listen. You're going to have to, at some point, criticize this guy and hold him accountable.
No, I don't, because you guys do enough of that. You guys do enough of that for me. I don't have to do that.
No, you never said nothing bad about Fields. Like, this guy's the greatest thing ever.
No, I don't get a chance to criticize Justin Fields because you guys do an outstanding job of that for me. I don't have to. So why am I going to sit here and feed your ego by criticizing him when you guys are already doing that for me? I don't get about it.
You have to be a realist, man. One thing about it, if Jordan Love come out here and he sucks shit, you're going to love my show. If he come out here and he
I love your show.
Which I don't think he's going to be. Which I don't think Jordan Love is going to be. I think Jordan Love is going to be just fine, and I think he's going to roll on. But if he come out here and he sucks, I'm not going to baby him and blame everybody else. I'm going to blame my quarterback. You can believe that.
Okay, so Theo, you do know he's going to have some bad games, right? That's a good
thing. He's going to have bad games, and I'm not going to baby his ass either.
Yeah, but ripping him to shreds because he has a bad game is not always the best thing in the world. Quarterbacks have bad games. It happens. Aaron Rodgers had bad games against Detroit last year.
Kofi, you can ask my aunt. You can ask Chuck how I am when Aaron Rodgers have a bad game. I will rip his ass apart. I don't care who you are. It's just the fan in me. And I'm not going to say the offensive line is bad.
You love your team.
The wide receivers can't get open. I'm not going to use that excuse that you guys use, man. The offensive line is bad. The wide receivers can't get open.
I criticize Justin Fields.
Answer this for me, Theo.
I've criticized.
Teach him how to do it.
Jay Cutler.
No, I don't need nobody to teach me nothing because I'm old.
Teach him how to do it, Coach.
I hated Jay Cutler. I hated Jay Cutler more than Aaron Rodgers.
Theo, answer this for me.
Dead ass serious. I hated Jay
Cutler. Why do I need to criticize him? I don't need to do that. This is what your ego wants to hear.
No, we will never. I can never hear you then. Packers fans could never hear you talk about Justin Fields and you don't even criticize him.
And last time I checked,
I wasn't able to hear you, man.
Okay, last time I checked, this was a Bears podcast. Do I really care if Packers fans are tuning in? I mean, let's be real, bro. Do I care? I don't care.
Hey,
I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you back to it, man.
I don't
care. Hey, Kofi, But hey, Kofi, real talk. This is, I'm asking as a fan of the show, man. We would love to hear you break down what you think Justin Fields could do to get better and get to that next level, man. Instead of, we would love to hear that, man.
Why?
Bro?
Why would y'all love to hear that? You're a Packers fan. Why would you love to hear that?
Yeah, you love
Because
to hear that,
ain't you tired of getting on here checking saying Justin Fields is good. Justin Fields is good. Justin Fields is good.
He is good.
What a lie.
But why you gotta keep on coming on the show and defending that?
Where's the lie at, T.O.? I'm listening. Tell me that Justin Fields is not good to you. Is he not good to you?
He's great to me.
He's not proven.
T.O., what do you say about Justin Fields?
3-14, the worst team in the league. He was the worst quarterback last year.
I say about Aaron Rodgers.
Is Justin Fields a good quarterback? Yes or no?
Worst quarterback in the league as far as record. That's what I go by. I go by wins and losses.
You can't go by record.
That's just the kind of guy I am.
Is Justin Fields a good quarterback?
I go by wins and losses. I go by wins and losses.
Go by record.
Okay, that's cute. Is Justin Fields a good quarterback?
He's not proven. He can run.
You can't go by record. You can't go by record.
But you ready to anoint and ordain Jordan Love.
He can run. Hey, Coach. Chuck, good show, man. I'm out of here again.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, he just wants to make a video about how Justin Fields so he can feed him.
No, he wants Bears fans to rip him apart.
I'm not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. He's never going to get that.
I know what he's trying to do. T.O., you cool, bro, but nah. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to do, bro.
Man. Go ahead on with that noise, man. You know, tell me how horrible a quarterback is when you keep on looking at passer rating.
You're always looking at the record. Why are you looking at QB record?
He has a 3-14 record last year. He has a 3-14 record last year. He has what is he?
2-10 record of his first season.
Right, and he threw for 17 touchdowns with 11 interceptions. He had a combined total of 25 touchdowns to those same 11 interceptions. Right. The same 11 interceptions that he threw in his rookie year.
Half of them were not even his fault.
So he's not progressively getting worse. He's being consistent, and he's adding more offensive production to what he did his rookie year. Tell me why there is a necessary criticism that you guys got to have for Justin Fields. Why? So you can feel better about yourselves because your team sucks.
Right. That's BS, man. And we already know that you're gonna be ripping. You're gonna be making a whole lot of videos on Jordan Love. You're gonna be ripping them apart. And bro, I cannot wait. I cannot wait till the first game of the season so I can shut all you Packers fans' mouths up too.
Hey, let me put this out there for you, T.O.
Even though you're cool,
because you know I ain't got nothing but love for you, nephew. We get heated, but this is what we do. It's no love lost. If Justin Fields loses to Jordan Love, I will come on here and I will rip Justin Fields a new one, and I will tell you Jordan Love is by far a better quarterback than him. That's what I'm going to do for you. Let me know what you'll do for me.
He should do vice versa, and then he should invite us to his show.
Yeah, T.O., how about that?
How about that?
Put it in the comments, bro. We'll read it. We just need an agreement here, bro. Verbal contractual agreement. This is what we.
That's the deal. That's the deal.
That's the deal. Oh, Coach, so you know, bro. Week 1, we're gonna be at the game. T.O. and I. Okay. Yeah, we're going.
I'm gonna see if I can come over there to Chicago. I'm gonna have my Justin Fields jersey on.
Yeah. You know, it'd be lovely if we could do a podcast directly from the game.
Oh yeah, like a blog. Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
I would love it, man.
That'd be dope, bro.
Might try to pull something out, bro. Might try
to.
It's
an afternoon game too. It's gonna be America's game too. America's game of the week.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be Chicago's game of the year. Because we are.
But T.O., do you want to agree to that deal, bro? You down for that?
Let's go means yes, he's agreeing.
Let's
Can
go.
I get a handshake,
Okay.
T.O.? Put me a handshake.
That's a handshake right there.
Put me a handshake out there, bro.
But anyways, guys, I'd like to thank all my guests for joining, man. Today was a pretty great show. Lots of drama, lots of debate talk. It was a pretty good show. But I'd like to thank all my guests for coming. Mm-hmm. And stay tuned for more videos, more clips of me breaking down some certain players My next video, I'm going to be breaking down more on Javon Dexter and breaking down a video on DJ Moore this upcoming week. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, I'd like to thank all you guys for joining the show. This is KO Sports Talk with me and my co-host Chuck.
Yes,
and
sir.
as always, guys, bear down.
There you go,
All right.
bro. There you go.
All right, peace out.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there.